So many people are dying to know the question, Josh, how do you build tens of thousands of backlinks from 80, 90 DR websites? And we're gonna talk about what that means. But how do you build tons of backlinks? Like, everyone is wondering this genius question, because now that we already established the fact that you need websites to link to yours, how do you actually get a lot of them from major news publications? These backlinks are going to be equivalent of 100 regular ones. So think of backlinks like peppers, okay? So we have a bell pepper, which is like a regular website. Nothing's wrong with the bell pepper, tastes pretty good, but you have to add a lot of seasoning to it. It's not gonna be so easy to eat, because even though nothing's wrong with the bell pepper, but it doesn't taste good, it's just a bell pepper. So having one regular website linked to yours, it's not that it's gonna hurt your SEO, it's still gonna help your SEO, but it's not gonna just help alone to get that one backlink. You need to have multiple backlinks, meaning hundreds. We're gonna talk about how do you know how many you should get, depending on the industry, depending on the state, depending on what your business is. You have to see how many backlinks on average the companies that rank in the top 10 spots have, and you have to average it out, and then it's gonna be able to give you an analysis of how many backlinks you should try to get before you could even expect rankings. Now here's the thing about building relationships with journalists and getting them to link to your content. You don't do it. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna build relationships with journalists unless you have relationships with journalists like I do, but most people don't have that. So when you're trying to get backlinks from large news corporations, you have to realize that large news corporations like New York Times, Forbes, Entrepreneur, Business Insider, all of the websites that are linking to our clients' sites like crazy, the only way they're doing that is if they're linking to data. Journalists care about one thing, making their article the best so they get a raise. If you can provide them with data that makes their article better so they get a raise, then you actually will get a raise for yourself. You will get higher in Google because they're gonna link to your website. When I started doing SEO at 15 years old and I found out that you can make statistics articles and get backlinks from that, I took that strategy to the most extreme, and I started making like 100 articles a month, and then like half of those were statistics articles, half of those were for the money-making pages. And you basically started to see that once those statistics articles started to rank on the first page, they started to get non-stop backlinks. And then when they started to get backlinks, they started to rank even higher. So if you want your website to rank number one, you have to build so many articles, of course, but a large portion of those articles should be about topics that are specifically relevant to just your business, but then obviously use keyword research to figure out what are the most viral topics that have statistics and the keywords, and make the best research analysis on those keywords and figure out how do you rank for statistics, provide data. Google wants to rank data. Google wants to rank statistics. Google loves to show statistics because it's fact-based. So as long as you make articles, and some of them are with statistics, then they could rank. And if they don't, that's because the keyword is too competitive. In other videos, we're gonna talk about, let's say you make great content, but that great content is not able to rank because you don't have enough backlinks yet because your website is new. So that's a very common problem, and that's totally normal. We're gonna figure that out later in the video, later in the course.